Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. We are Property Couple.
My name is AK.
I'm Leah, and today we're going to be talking about top areas in the UK for buy-to-let investment.
Before we start, I just wanted to make the point that over the last 5 years, the UK government have put certain measures in place that have affected the buy-to-let market, such as reductions in tax relief, things like that. It has made it harder, but the buy-to-let market, in my opinion, is still very strong, and the data also suggests that as well. So
there's always going to be people that need a home to rent. I know for us, we've always rented where we live. Whether it's a family-let, individual, young couple, there's always going to be people looking to rent out a home. So yeah, let's get into some of the areas despite the challenges that might be going on at the moment.
So Savills have released some data that talks about where they believe the growth is going to be in 2022 and then over the next 5 years as well, all the way till 2026. In 2022, Savills research have said that the northwest of the UK this year is going to go up by 4.5%, and they think that in the next 5 years it's going to go up 18.8%. That is the same with Yorkshire and the Humber. The northeast 4% this year in 2022, and the next 5 years 17.6%. The East Midlands 4%, 15.9% total over the next 5 years, and the same with the West Midlands. 4%, 15.9% over the next 5 years.
So what does this mean? What does these numbers mean? To just break it down a bit more simply, if we take, for example, a house that we've purchased in the West Midlands for buy-to-let, we purchased it at 116,750. And we purchased that in 2020. We then added value to the property by refurbishing it. The property is now worth 160,000, and taking their projection of a 15.9% growth over the next 5 years, if we times that number by 15.9%, that's £25,440. So that is the projected uplift in value we expect to see on a property in the West Midlands. For a buy-to-let, we think that that's pretty impressive because we put less than that amount into the purchase of the property for the deposit. In general, for us, looking for properties that have a high yield, a high rent, but that don't cost too much to get into the deal, if that makes sense. That's something that we look for, and something that this article definitely highlights in terms of areas that you can get into that haven't quite seen that capital appreciation yet.
We're just basically going on the data that Savills are presenting. So you might be watching this thinking, well, you haven't really told us anything special, but that's what the data is telling us. I think what's important also is we're not really going to sit here and call out cities specifically, because when we talk about, say for example, the northeast, there's so many cities there, and I think that there isn't this one magical place that everybody needs to go and flock to that's going to be this golden pot. It really boils down to doing your own research, looking at the numbers, and also it's a personal decision as well.
I think that if you're using all of your own money to get into a property deal, then what might be right for you would be very different for us. For example, because we use investor money and our own money, the yields that we're looking for are way higher in order for us to be able to pay back our investors their agreed interest rate and take some money for ourselves. Like you were saying to me off camera, there's no sort of like magic wand and magic area in the northwest or the northeast or in the Midlands that just works. It works if it works for you, but obviously the rule that we tend to stick to is to buy for demand. So if there's an area where lots of new industry is going there, you know, maybe there's lots of new warehouses popping up, maybe the local area's got development finance from the government to regenerate the area. These are all things that we keep our eyes open for, because this could suggest more jobs coming to the area, more housing needed, more sort of economic opportunity in the area. These are all things that we look at.
Yeah, I think that's a really, really good point, honestly, about looking at the numbers based on your current situation, because like you said, the yields we need to find are higher because we are using investors' money as well. We're under a little bit more pressure in that we need to find more aggressive deals. And I think what's really interesting is that the growth there is from the Midlands is the most significant growth from what Savills are saying, which is interesting because you've got projects like HS2 which
will connect places like Birmingham to London in 40 minutes.
Exactly. And so I think it's just natural to see that growth going northwards as opposed to in and around London. You're still going to find growth in most areas of the UK, of course. The biggest growth from what we're seeing there is all those northern parts, including the Midlands, which is really interesting.
Yeah, and I recently posted a video on our TikTok which was said places in the UK you can buy a house for under 100k, and I then pointed at different areas, and this was just to basically show that for under 100k, so 25% deposit on that, 25,000, you could potentially get into deals in these areas. We don't want to sit here and point out areas that are just amazing for buy to let. We do want to highlight that from the Midlands up there is so much opportunity, so you just got to go looking for it, really.
Yeah, we are talking about buy to let specifically, so maybe we can do another video where we talk about other strategies and maybe what areas of England or the UK work better for those strategies.
Yeah, such as rent to rent, HMO, which areas work better for a lease option, and so on. But please leave us a comment below if anything in this video has resonated with you, if you found any of it helpful in any way, and please do check out our other platforms. We're on Instagram, we're also on TikTok at Property Couple UK and Property Couple on TikTok.
Yeah, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
And click the notification bell to find out when we upload a video. Be the first to watch it. And we'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.